Think about this for a second. The same two bullets have dominated every major war for over 60 years now. We're looking at the 5.56 NATO and the 7.62 NATO rounds here. Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, everywhere American soldiers went, these cartridges followed them. Here's what most people don't realize though, that entire era just ended. The U.S. Army is fielding something right now that changes everything about infantry combat. I'm not talking about some minor improvement either. This is a fundamental shift in how warfare works. Why the sudden change? Our adversaries stopped playing by the old rules. Modern body armor can now stop our standard ammunition with ease. Russian and Chinese protection systems have evolved to where enemy soldiers absorb multiple hits from current rounds and remain combat effective. That creates a life-or-death problem for American troops. The Army recognized this wasn't a future threat, it was happening already. Their solution? The 6.8mm common cartridge. This round operates at chamber pressures that would destroy conventional rifles. The kinetic energy transfer makes existing ammunition appear inadequate by comparison. But ammunition replacement is just the beginning. We're witnessing a complete transformation of infantry capabilities on 21st century battlefields. The old guard, what we're moving away from. Let's talk about what we're leaving behind first. The 5.56mm NATO showed up in 1980, born from Vietnam War lessons. The idea was simple: make bullets that are light, fast, and soldiers can carry tons of them. And honestly, it worked pretty well. The 5.56 gave our troops manageable kick, high magazine capacity, and it was devastating at close range. The M4 carbine became the gold standard worldwide because of this round. But every good thing has its downside, right? The 5.56's lightweight bullet loses steam fast. At longer distances, it just doesn't have the oomph to stay lethal. When soldiers started using shorter M4 carbines in Iraq and Afghanistan, troubling reports started coming back. Enemies were taking multiple 5.56 shots and still fighting. Even worse, modern body armor basically stops these rounds cold at combat distances. What should be fight-ending hits become useless impacts. The 7.62 NATO tells a totally different story though. This beast came out in 1954 as NATO's first standard rifle round. Based on the legendary 30-06 but in a shorter case, the 7.62 packs serious punch. It delivers over twice the energy of 5.56 and stays lethal way further out. But all that power comes with a price tag. The 7.62 kicks like a mule, making automatic fire really hard to control. It's heavy, so soldiers can't carry as much ammo. And while it's better than 5.56 against armor, even the mighty 7.62 isn't consistently punching through modern protection at the ranges infantry actually fight. Both rounds served with honor for decades, but the battlefield evolved, and they didn't evolve with it. Today's enemies wear advanced body armor as standard gear. Combat ranges are getting longer as urban fighting gives way to open terrain. The days when you could just spray bullets and hope to overwhelm protection, those are over. Modern soldiers need rounds that can punch through advanced armor at 500 meters and beyond. They need accuracy and stopping power that current ammo simply can't deliver. The Army saw this threat wasn't coming someday, it's here now. That realization kicked off the most ambitious small arms program in military history. Hey, we just wanted to say thanks for being curious about the defense world. We seriously respect that. And if you're finding this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like and hit subscribe. It keeps us fired up to bring you more, and it really does make a difference. Now, back to the action. The 6.8mm revolution, breaking all the rules. The next generation squad weapons program didn't start with designing a new bullet, it started with asking, what does an infantryman need to dominate future battles? The answer was simple: overmatch. Complete, overwhelming superiority over any enemy they might face. In 2017, the Army launched NGSW with what seemed like an impossible mission: develop a complete weapon system that outperforms existing rifles and machine guns in every category. Range, accuracy, armor penetration, signature management, everything made to be better. After a 27-month competition with the world's best defense contractors, Sig Sauer won with a cartridge that breaks every rule about ammunition design. Meet the 6.8mm common cartridge, or as civilians know it, the 277 Sig Fury. This isn't just a new bullet, it's a complete reimagining of what's possible. The secret is its revolutionary hybrid case design. Instead of traditional all-brass construction, the 6.8mm uses 3 pieces: stainless steel base, aluminum locking washer, and brass body. Why the weird design? Because this round generates chamber pressures that would literally destroy conventional ammunition. We're talking about 80,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. The 5.56 rotates rotates at 55,000 psi, the 7.62 runs about 62,000 psi. The 6.8mm operates at pressures that are completely off the charts for rifle ammo. That extreme pressure translates into extreme performance, though. A 113-grain 6.8mm projectile leaves the barrel at over 3,200 feet per second, carrying 2,569 foot-pounds of energy. That's nearly double the energy of 5.56 from the same barrel length. The ballistic coefficient is superior too, meaning less wind drift and better energy retention downrange. But energy numbers don't tell the real story. The real story is what happens when that bullet hits its target. The 6.8mm is specifically designed to defeat level 4 body armor at ranges exceeding 500 meters. Current 5.56 and 7.62 rounds simply cannot do this consistently. They'll put dents in armor plates, but they don't achieve the clean penetration needed to stop determined enemies. The 6.8mm doesn't just penetrate armor, it defeats it decisively. Testing has proven the round can penetrate body armor at 500 meters while maintaining accuracy out to 610 meters. That's not just improvement, that's complete transformation. The Army didn't stop with just new ammo either, they built an entire weapons ecosystem around it. The M7 rifle replaces select M4 carbines. Based on Sig Sauer's MCX Spear, it's piston-driven and fully ambidextrous, designed specifically for the 6.8mm round. It comes standard with a suppressor and integrated fire control system. The M250 automatic rifle replaces select M249 saws. It's a belt-fed light machine gun that brings squad automatic weapon capability to the 6.8mm ecosystem. But the coolest part might be the XM157 fire control system from Vortex Optics. This isn't just a scope, it's a computerized targeting system. Laser range-finding, ballistic calculation, digital overlays that maximize the long-range potential of the 6.8mm round. This is what 21st century infantry warfare looks like. Not just better bullets, but smarter weapons that turn every soldier into a precision marksman. The transformation is already happening. In March 2024, the 101st Airborne became the first unit to field these weapons operationally. The Army plans to buy over 111,000 M7 rifles, more than 13,000 M250 automatic rifles, and nearly 125,000 fire control systems. This isn't a pilot program, this is the future of American infantry. The challenges: nothing this good comes easy. Revolutionary technology always comes with revolutionary challenges, though. The 6.8mm system pushes boundaries, and those boundaries push back. The first challenge is weight. The M7 rifle weighs 9.8 pounds with suppressor, compared to 7.4 pounds for the M4 in basic combat load. That's over 2.5 pounds of extra weight soldiers have to carry on top of ammo, armor, and equipment. The ammunition itself is heavier too. Fewer rounds per pound means soldiers carry less ammo for the same weight, and more weight for the same round count. Then there's recoil. The 6.8mm hits with authority. Soldiers report recoil comparable to 7.62 NATO, way more than the gentle 5.56. That increased kick can affect follow-up shots and sustained fire accuracy, especially for smaller soldiers. But the most concerning challenge might be durability. That 80,000 psi chamber pressure that gives the 8.7mm its devastating performance also creates extreme stress on weapon cases being torn apart by extreme pressures. These aren't minor problems, these are fundamental engineering challenges that could affect battlefield reliability. Sig Sauer responded that the M7's barrel life exceeds 10,000 rounds, double the Army's threshold. Many reported issues stem from improper training or have been addressed through design modifications. They maintain extensive testing has validated the system's safety and reliability. But durability isn't the only operational concern. Some critics question whether the 6.8mm's extended range capabilities are actually necessary for typical infantry engagements. Historical analysis shows most infantry combat occurs at ranges of 300 meters or less. Are we optimizing for scenarios that rarely happen in actual combat? The counter-argument is compelling, though. We're not designing for today's battlefield, we're designing for tomorrow. The Army anticipates longer engagement ranges in future conflicts, particularly against peer competitors who might force combat in a more open terrain. The ability to engage effectively at 600 meters isn't just nice to have, it might be the difference between winning and losing future conflicts. Then there are logistical challenges. Transitioning an entire military force to new caliber requires complete overhaul of supply chains, manufacturing processes, and training programs. The costs are enormous, not just in dollars but in time and complexity. NATO interoperability is another concern. While the US adopts 6.8mm, Allied forces continue using 5.56 and 7.62. This could create ammunition sharing problems in joint operations, at least during transition periods. Financial implications are staggering. The 6.8mm system costs significantly more than continuing with legacy calibers. Each round is more expensive to manufacture due to its complex hybrid case design. The weapons themselves use advanced materials and manufacturing that drive up unit costs. But maybe the biggest challenge is production scaling. Current 6.8mm production is limited primarily to Sig Sauer and Winchester. The Army needs 100 million rounds annually, requiring massive investment in new manufacturing facilities and equipment. These challenges are real and significant, but they're not insurmountable. The Army has committed to addressing durability concerns through continued material science advances and design refinements. The official designation change from experimental XM to operational M status signals confidence these issues can be resolved. Training programs are being developed to properly transition soldiers from legacy weapons to new systems. Supply chains are being established to support rollout timeline extending into the 2030s. The question isn't whether these challenges exist, it's whether the advantages outweigh the cost. Looking forward, the future is here. As the 101st Airborne integrates their new M7 rifles and M250 automatic rifles into operational use, we're witnessing the beginning of a new era. This isn't just about replacing old weapons with new ones, it's about fundamentally changing what American soldiers can accomplish on battlefields. The 6.mm common cartridge represents the most significant advance in small arms ammunition in over half a century. Its ability to defeat advanced body armor at extended ranges addresses the most pressing threat facing modern infantry: well-protected enemies who can survive hits from current ammunition. But the implications go way beyond ballistic performance. Integration of advanced fire control systems with every rifle transforms individual soldiers into precision marksmen. The emphasis on signature management through integral suppressors changes how infantry units move and fight. Extended effective range capabilities alter tactical thinking about engagement distances and positioning. This transformation will ripple through military doctrine worldwide. Other nations will be forced to respond either by developing their own advanced ammunition or finding ways to counter American advantage. The global small arms landscape is about to undergo its biggest shift since intermediate cartridges were adopted in the 1940s. NATO allies are watching carefully. Will they adopt 6.8mm to maintain interoperability with American forces? Will they develop competing solutions? The answers to these questions will shape military cooperation and equipment standardization for decades. The Army's procurement plans extend well into the 2030s, with over 111,000 rifles and 13,000 automatic rifles planned for acquisition. This isn't a limited experiment, it's fundamental restructuring of American infantry capabilities. But perhaps most importantly, the 6.8mm system represents a new philosophy of infantry warfare. Instead of relying on volume of fire to achieve effects, American soldiers will have precision and power to achieve decisive results with fewer rounds. Instead of accepting that some enemies might survive multiple hits, every shot will carry energy and penetration needed to end threats immediately. The age of 5.56 and 7.62 dominance is ending. After more than 6 decades of faithful service, these cartridges are giving way to new generation ammunition designed for a more dangerous world. The 6.8mm isn't just replacing a cartridge, it's rewriting what riflemen are capable of in the 21st century. And for anyone who might face American infantry in future conflicts, that should be a sobering thought indeed. The future of warfare just got a whole lot more lethal. For more breakthroughs like this, hit subscribe to Guns You Can't Live Without. We'll see you in the next one.